Greetings, international viewers and the Bau people of Sarawak. Welcome to my talk here. I'm Dr. Voon and Cham of Sati Research Institute. It is my pleasure to really introduce to you the vitality of life, the essentials of greater Bau, the subtext. Yeah. So I'm going to really go through the different settlements of Bau, namely, Blatak, Serambu, Singha, Jagoy, Klokong, Gumbang, Tringus. You can see now from the contents of my book. Of course, I also like to include the heartland of Bau, which is actually the gold town itself, at the foothill of this Mount Krian, the iconic mountain of Bau. Yeah. All right. So just also remember, from my book here, you can see the backdrop there is great mountains, but the forefront, right, is the lake itself. It's a famous blue lake. It was formerly gold mine. Now it's turned into a resort. So, and we can see 4 pictures. You can see different various cultures and various peoples of different races. They are coming together to form Bau. Okay, Bau actually runs through by a river. There's the river Sarawak, yeah, river Sarawak, and we can see that by the river Sarawak, you can see different great spots there. Those are towns by the river. Okay, so from the top, northeast, down to southwest, that is Bangkalang, Tebang. In between these towns, there is a river. There is a great river running through Bau. Yeah. Okay, Bau is of course very famous for bidayus. The majority, if not from the earlier days, is only bidayus occupying that land. You can see the pots there is a symbol of their status. So Bau, you can find a lot of pots here and there. Those are ancient pots, as well as representing symbolic of their status. Okay, Bau is a big land, as you can see. Now there is a river. There are 2 roads. One on the north side of the river. The other road is on the south side of the river. From Kuching, you can see on the east side, the river is pretty. The city itself is pretty big. Yeah? Go towards the far left is Serikin. Serikin now is the gateway, international way from Indonesia to Sarawak and via Bau itself. Now, I also want you to know in my introduction, Sarawak is situated in this Borneo Island, the 3rd largest island in the world. You can see Borneo there is a big yellowish patch, a brownish patch, and towards the southwest is where Bau is. Yeah? So you can see the whole Southeast Asia in old map. In those days, they were very close together. Philippines towards the northeast, and towards the north is mainland China. Okay, now also before we get into the settlements, the heartland and the hinterlands of Bidayu or Bau, you can see from this map here is there are many villages. So you can see this is a picture of the different villages that exist now in Bau. Yeah, and of course this was an old map, old illustration, but I believe there are much more. All right. Now this is important. Bau is not an island. Bau has its neighbors. Okay, so towards the left, you can see straight away this whole area, Sambas land, a lot of rivers, and of course that's where the Bidayu came from. And you can see the coastline. All right, and then there is Malays there, and of course the whole land multiracial, especially during the Dutch time. Okay, Dutch era. All right, we go to the heartland of Bau. What I mean by Bau heartland, okay, the heartland is actually where Bau center is, or rather the ghost town center is. Okay, that's where the Mount Krian is. You can see from the background is Mount Krian is the most iconic one. So the heartland of Bau is where it whole thing become urbanized, I would say. This is the old picture of Mount Krian and also the Bau town itself. This is probably in the 50s, 60s. So those days, it was a small town, but a very important gold mine where actually the Chinese settlers came in from Indonesia. Okay, so the Chinese actually settled there and start a republic in the early 19th century. So it is a very good place. And again, you can see the picture from here. You can see that the China, Borneo up there, there's China. They just go to Nanyang lah. They not follow the ocean down, and some of them came through the West Malaysia, and some of them through Singapore, and all set in this part of the world. Partly due to spice trade. Also, more importantly, is they found gold in Bau. Okay, this is a picture, just illustration of the Chinese Republic in two parts of Sarawak. One is in Bau, the other one is in Galilee. So this is the Kongsi House. They call it Kongsi House. So this is evidence of the early Chinese, but it is actually around about 1820s and 30s they first came, and they have their own republic and own government. All right, so these are three pigtail Chinese coming from Indonesia. You can see some of them are mixed blood as well. So more and more coming in different waves of immigration to Bau. First, they ran away from the persecutions in West Borneo. That means in Kalimantan or Sambas in particular, because of the civil war between the Chinese as well as between the Malays and Chinese, Dutch and Chinese. So they went to Bau to settle and start their gold mine and other mining activities. This is an old, perhaps is one of the oldest building in Bau town itself now, still exists. So you can see that it was quite a big scale kind of building shops. This is the upper end of Bau, towards the Mount Krian. The other end is the lowest towards the mountain Sibulu. Now this is a drawing by some historian. He described the first nationalist, the big guy there is Liu Zambang. He started the 12th Kongsi, 12th Kongsi, and that behind is a Kongsi house, and the right side perhaps is his right hand man Wang Jia. So this is one of the illustration that the Chinese have come up with. Okay, so you can see Bau itself. Bau itself is a beautiful place, right? Different places have different development, and to the extent of maybe you can see the black spots there. Those are lakes. Towards the left is the Blue Lake, under the Mount Krian. The right hand side one is unexplored, but used to be gold mine. All right, so you can see around about it's all developed. Okay, now in the heartland itself, remember we're talking about the heartland. This is one of the villages. It is, I think, near the river source of this river, flowing from the Spora River in the upper right-hand, upper inner Bau, but flow towards congregate or rather confluence at this point, where there is a Malay kampong there. This is a city, okay? That's around about. If you go to this gold town, that's what you can see, the 3-story buildings, shop blocks. Not just these two rows. Behind each of these rows, there are multi rows behind each, and then you can see from the back there. That's what I said just now. Is the end of Bau. That is the mountain behind, but it's a small hill, I would say. Is Sibulu. Now Bau is a place you can see like a big throat, where all the waters from all the hills and mountains come down, and can, if the rain is heavy, and then the persistent, you can Bau will experience floods. And from time to time you can see this. This was in the 70s. Okay, it was flooded, but now it's much more controlled. But nevertheless, there are Bau still susceptible to floods. This is the modern part, you can the other angle. The background this time is the Mount Krian. Just now you can see Bau, so you can see that the streets are well developed. This street is called Temenggong Salau street after the first Temenggong or Bidayu. Okay, all right. So Bau has developed into a proper heartland where commercial businesses are going on. Secondly, now we go to Bratak. Yeah, Bratak settlement is one of the oldest Bidayu villages. So you can see the Bratak people are extremely vibrant. They were near the coastal area of Sungai Kayan in the north, or South China Sea in the north. So from there, you can see that they can go to Kuching, yeah, not far from Singha distance. It's a walking distance, but take hours and hours. All right, and it's very near just now. Bratak near to the heartland. This is another one here, whereby you can see roads now are built among the kampongs in the settlement of Bratak. Yeah? So Bratak settlement consists of many villages, and then this is some of the village scenes. It's very beautiful, full of greens, okay, tranquil and beautiful. It's just for Westerners, for people they love the greens. They come here. It is like heaven. Okay, I call this green diamond, which is partly polished, and I believe under a few more years it will be fully polished. And this is another. I think is the Bawang. Is also in Batak area. You can see the kampong. You can see left and right there. The cars, road, electricity are all there. There are many of these kind of villages. As you go in, there are villages by the roadside, left and right, all leading to normally a boom. They call it boom or mountain top. Can you see in the back there? There is a boom already, a boom, B-U-N-G. So this is in Opa, also part of Bratak. You can see that this is one of the well-preserved oldest barok, or you can say that it's a common room, common hall for all the Bidayus. Bidayus have this special meeting place where they keep all the traditional scarves and so on, trophies, and they have meeting over there, especially for the young adults to have meeting as well as to watch over their kampong. All right. Thirdly, we go to Serambu. Serambu is a beautiful place which is very near Batu Kitang, near Kuching. Okay, actually you can say next to Kuching City South, right? So Serambu is very interesting. Is that the whole structure is a limestone structure for that mountain. So this is the mountain called Serambu Mountain, or in local terms they call it Bung Muan. Muan. So this one, you can see surrounding this Bung, this mountain top, this Serambu mountain are villages. But originally they were staying on top there, where there is looking out tower or looking out place. Even James Brooke built one watch a place, and a place for him to have recreation. Okay. So down in the foothill, you can see of Serambu, you can see some of the Chinese shops, right? The old Chinese shops scattered here and there. So they are all vibrant because partly due to the Serambu settlement. There are a lot of Bidayus with their jungle products, the durians, the fruit trees, the commercial cultivation plants like rubber and so on. So by the river, which is not far from Mount Serambu, is Singha. This is a cowboy town. Okay, the architecture is after the American cowboy town. So you can see that towards the end, beyond the car park is this Mount Serambu. So it's a walking distance. In other words, the Bidayus from those settlements around Serambu can bring the durians, bring the products down or sell and mix with the Chinese. Okay, now I turn a little bit to this area. This area is a Malay area, which is called Lidatana. Lidatana is one of the earlier capital of Sarawak or Kuching. Those days Sarawak always only confined to a certain place, not the whole Sarawak as it is today. So you can see they dug up a lot of these things to archaeological things from this place called Lidatana. If you look at it from the Google Earth or maps, you can see that it's like a Lida. Lida means tongue, yeah. Okay, the length of the tongue. So it's actually one end is leading to Bau, the other end leading to Puncak Borneo or to Syrian, to Penisen. That's where it meets. So it's very strategic, very beautiful place. And also you can see Batu Kitang there. That is part of Bau district, Bau. Okay, this is underneath Serambu. Serambu has a lot of, as I said, very spacious. Not only just the surrounding the mountain, towards the end, the edges. So they have this wet paddy. When I was there, they showed me even the black rice, black in color. So it's very expensive, very nice. So this is probably white paddies. But it's very, very here and there because of the swamps. Okay, just now we were talking about Lidatana. This is where it was found. You can see the where the Malay bury their forefathers. There is some Muslim direction towards Mecca, for example, and how they put it. And there was quite a number of these kind of things for archaeologists and for researchers to study. It is at Lidatana. All right. So this is again coming back to Sediawan again, the cowboy town I mentioned just now. So you can see they have this nightlife, cowboy nightlife. They like to have good time singing and a lot of food. And of course, you can see 2 rows of this, what is it, wooden shop lots. My father was born there. My grandfather was from there as well. My wife's also grandfather is from there. So the fourthly is Singha. Singha is a bit north of Serambu settlement, which we just mentioned there. Singha is also next to Kuching. So this is very strategic place. So Singha is a walking distance to Kuching city. So between Singha, you have this Batu Kawah and Moyan and Matang. So Singha is a beautiful place where you can see again a lot of hinterlands of Bidayu. A lot of them, they all are interconnected, and then the roads, electricity, water, all surrounding, connecting all the settlement villages. And you can see that there are hills also with a lot of settlements, including villas, shops, houses. This is one river, the Segong River, Adis River, and so on, in Apare and so on. So this is Kampong Segong. This is where you can see, I just give you one example only. There's all these rivers can be and enjoy. You can have a good time during food season. You can enjoy everything. In the meantime, you can enjoy the jungle product and also all the plants and grains and everything. So this is again in Singha. Singha is there are a couple of villages all surrounding the whole Bung or the whole Singha mountain. Singha mountain originally is there are a few kupua or village up in the halfway near the neck of this Singha mountain. But now because it's peaceful, they all moved down and they have all the villages at the foothill or further down. Okay, this is one of them where development is going on. Roads are being built, connected here and there to all the villages and even to some tourist spots. So this is the true Bau settlement hinterland of Bidayu, which we should never miss it. This is the vitality of life, which I'm trying to bring out to the world. Okay, this is another one, yeah, where you can see the kampongs or settlement, a village beyond the road here. You can see the electrical supply and good tar seal road, and it's wonderful. Yeah, if you go there, you can have a car ride. You can enjoy. You can stop anywhere and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the fresh air, and listen to the insects and birds making their noises, singing. This is another one. I just captured one. You can drive in. This is a private houses. All right. They probably are relatives. They get together and build. But this is quite common, and it shows that their life is good. Vitality of life is good. So you can see that these villages, beyond them, they have their own fields, their own rice fields or gardens or farms. So they settle here together, but in their own time, according to seasons, they go down to their fields, their land, which is native reserve land. So a lot of it are theirs. It's already deserted. So this is the Singai mountain. It's under the clouds. So you can see how good it is. I was there in Kampong Atas, the old Gupua Atas. So you can see because of the cloud, because of the humid moisture there, the durian tree very big, big durian trees, rubber trees, everything is big, and the place is so fertile land. Okay, this is another. You can see the junction towards different area of Singai. So you can see that it's all connected, and it is to different kampong, different villages. So life there is there are neighbors, there are some relatives. As they grow in number, population, they start different villages elsewhere, but in the neighborhood. Okay, this is another one. You can see Singai mountain is not alone. There are a few more mountains surrounding. Of course, towards the north of Singai mountain is Matang, which is far very high, which is protecting Singai from the north, I would say. Yeah. So there are no invaders, raiders coming from the north. So Bao Singai is relatively peaceful and tranquil, secure. So there are a few mountains around it. This is by Raphael Scott Abeng. He was a famous international painter. He drew many really priceless pictures. This is one of them. I noticed that a lot about Bao Bung's, about mountain top, Bao Bung's life, or you can say village life. So that is specialty. You can draw with brilliant colors and of international standard. Yeah. Okay, this is another one in Singai. Singai is relatively stable. You can say that it's now the biggest village settlement in Bau. Yeah. The second will be Serambu, I would say. Yeah. So this is Singai. So I'm still showing you Singai, some of the areas. Okay, when you move into there, people are so friendly, so nice. You feel like you're wanting to stay there longer and longer. Yeah. And then you can always talk to them. They are most willing to share their life moments with you. Okay, of course, normally by courtesy, if we can meet the head of the kampong of the Tua Kaum, then you get your best deal, best tour ever. Yeah? So this is wonderful. You can see again the hills everywhere. So I call Bao actually another name called Land of 100 Hills. This is Mr. Anthony with his grandchildren. I was there during pandemic. I was talking to him. He's such a marvelous guy. You know? He retired and he enjoys his place. And you can see right and left, even he planted this banyan tree and other fruit trees. So when he is free, he is enjoying himself with the families. And of course, maybe the children big enough, they all work in Kuching or elsewhere. The fifth one is Jagoy. Jagoy actually is their brata. So you can see that I did not put it in a very orderly manner. Okay, Jagoy is another settlement which is a bit out of Brata. remember the first one I mentioned, Brata, this is Jagoy settlement. Jagoy is also mountainous and so on. A lot of now you have things coming up. This is one of the tuck shops that I went in. So you can see that the Bitayus, they are self-sufficient and they are now more and more self-reliant. They sell their own products. Normally it was done by the Chinese, or they have to go to the Mount Tao itself, the heartland. But now they have these tuck shops. Almost everywhere I can go, I can see tuck shops here, small and big. And then I can see customers mostly from their own villages. Okay, this is another, you can see that it probably is by the hillside, or highland. So you can see the tile field shop with the electricity. So you can see the basic amenities of all the villages in every settlement already existed, and they're interconnected. And of course, the vast other lands are for plantation. Okay, you can see some mountain hikers. They go to Jagoy mountain there. They have a good time, and there's a lot of place to be explored and some to be developed, and that's where the vitality of life can be expanded, higher and greater vitality of about life from each settlement and each village can be step up, level up for the next few years or even beyond. All right, this is one of them again. It's in stars. They call it stars. Stars is a famous one, partly from the ironwood, the ironwood tree. It can go to hundreds of years. Okay, and then it's a famous ironwood. Okay, this area in particular, and there is a river leading to Indonesia. In other words, you can take a boat and go to Indonesia, or came back, by river. So this is a scar drawn by a guy called Deru Anding. He's now an architect and illustrator in UK. So he is drawn this to recall his good times and his village in his village. So this is very important development, because you have people overseas who was born there and still have a very sentimental value to his homeland, motherland, hinterland, especially now we talk about. This is another one. You can see the round thing. They call it, I think, a community pond, whereby they enjoy themselves. You can see the ripples of the each of these are representing them. There are bigger community pond. I was in Gedong before. I know what they're doing. They jump down from the trees, naked and semi-naked. They enjoy their lives there, and then some of them do some fishing if it's a larger pool or pond or by the riverside. Is one of the features of community pond. This is another view of Jagoy. You can see further in there is a settlement of village. So these are everywhere. You can see, of course, now the villages are small, but then the big vast interland. Okay, number 6, we go to Krokong. Krokong is another place which is beyond Serambu a little bit. If you come from Kuching, Batu Kitang, or 7 Mile, we go to Batu Kitang, and then go to Diratana, and then you go to Siniawan, and further down is Krokong area. Krokong area, you have, for example, many villages. I don't need to mention it. This is in Jambusan, one of the Krokong areas. You can see cement houses there. There are still vitality of life there. Business is as usual, but not as good as before. Business was good when the gold town is flourishing, but when we don't have gold or other thing, you go a bit slow. But then this man that I interviewed, he has other lands there also. Okay, going further, Kokong area, further up is near what we call Bau Lake Python. They used to say this place is beautiful. It is the leftover of mines. It's not necessarily gold. It can be other kind of minerals, but because of the thing like antimony, they leave holes here and there, but it becomes very scenic. Okay, it's yet to be developed. Okay, again, Klokong area or other areas, you can see a lot of roads connections. Communication is not a problem from town to town or village to village. It's not a problem. The problem we wouldn't say it's a problem. Is the when you go in interior or into the jungle, into the forest, that will be very challenging, but very, very nice. Okay, this is a beautiful place about there. Actually, this is a Kliang. Kliang Mau Kliang. From the top view. From the top view, you can see surrounding it development, but there is a lot of rooms for exploration in terms of tourism and in terms of research, etc. So it's beautiful diamond, unpolished green diamond, as you can see everywhere, not just one piece. Okay, you can see now a view of Kokong area and Bau area as well, from the lake there. Actually, this is from the lake or Mount Klian there, the iconic mountain. When you view down, you can see the Bau town itself and the surrounding. So as I said, those places, this place actually, that place is actually the heartland, but Klokong is beyond the heartland. Okay, this is another place. It is actually in Skiat, or behind is Sambusan. This is where actually a lot of swiftlet's bird nest is. Still have, a lot, Bidayus still go there, but they sell it to the city, Kuching and Singapore directly. So you cannot find it in the gold town itself or town itself unless you ask. Likewise for gold, they do have gold here and there, but it's not sold or being displayed prominently in the shops. But it was sold elsewhere with a better price, a more stable price. So this is another one, another place just to show you. Again, all these places are really wonderful land, whereby actually you can see all sorts of amenities are given, okay, by the government. As recently as 3 years ago, there was 3 or 4 years ago, it was very, very intensive and well done. There's this blueprint behind it. So you can see now I'm going to the 7th settlement, Gumbang. Gumbang is a bit further up Kokong and towards the border or boundary of Indonesia, towards the northeast, southeast, okay. Sorry, again, southwest, I'm sorry, southwest. So this is one of the kampong in Gumbang. Gumbang is accessible because you have some historical significance there. You have a Japanese occupation time, and of course, this is a gateway for the Chinese to come to Bau. So a lot of Chinese elements there, like for example, the Lim's family, for example, they were custodian of some of the relics there. And this is one of the things that they do interestingly for Bau. I was told a story actually in Singha, where actually the Bidayu planted wet paddy at the river, at the river banks like Musi. But once they were under attack or under harassment, they move up to the hills, and that's where they plant the hill paddies. Okay, they have to do the slash and burn Sweden cultivation, and this is also happening in elsewhere in Bau. Okay, now you can see a big tree stumps there. People are enjoying there. By the look at it, the age of that area. You can actually estimate how long is those places settlement. But this is not uncommon at all. You can find it everywhere, and if there is a proper development, better vitality of life would be there. There's a lot for people to enjoy, to come to. And lastly, in terms of Tringus settlement, Tringus is quite next to Gumbang. Okay, they are quite close to each other, but nevertheless, Tringus is bigger. Yeah, Tringus is bigger, and Tringus has an old city, sorry, old village, which is deserted now. The old Tringus is next to Penisan. The other side is Penisan, but on this side is Tringus. Okay, this is the old one. I got this picture from my students who actually said who is all the tribe, his relatives there. This is the old Kupua, the old and old Tringus. They went back on and off. There are durians there, but surprisingly, there is no orangutan. On the other side of the mountain, the Penisan, then you can have a lot of orangutans. But here you have a lot of monkeys. Yeah, once people crypt, if we have orangutan, it will be on the dinner table. In other words, slaughtered by bau bidayus or bibau. Yeah. Okay, this is a rod. Oh, you can see it's good, isn't it? So if you enjoy car ride, you can drive slowly, enjoy the greens, enjoy the vast lands to Tringus and also to Gumbang. But yeah, so these are, you can see some of the bridges and so on in Tringus. So you can see is well developed, well organized, well equipped. But the only thing is that how many of us really appreciate it? Yeah, how many appreciate country life? Almost heaven. West Virginia, you can almost heaven. Bau kampongs. Yeah, so there are beautiful places where you can enjoy natures. We can enjoy greens. You can enjoy mountains, rivers, streams. You can just be yourself in the heavenly realm. This is the school. All Kupua has their schools. All Kupua have the sport facilities. All villages all have that. All the settlements have that. Yeah, all of them have a community hall. So it's already complete. But of course, for Greater Bau, the government, especially by the local representative, they are leveling up everything in terms of development, especially in terms of more infrastructure and other industries like tourism industry. This is in Tringus. This is a new Tringus. Just now was the old one. This is a new one. Actually, you can see this is a modified version of the Baroque or the Bidayu head house. Okay, in conclusion, I like to point out that Bau is like a green diamond. Apart from being glistening gold, sparkling on and off different waves, eras, but now you can see from another perspective is this a green diamond. Actually, you can see as a whole is a big pearl, a big diamond, green diamond, but put it in a different settlement, you can have it in a small green diamonds everywhere. Okay, so that's how I see it, because I want you to understand, also appreciate the greenness of that land. That's the vitality. That's where life is. That's where people enjoy and also live for years and years. Now centuries and centuries, and more and more years to come. So this green diamond will be polished for future generation. Okay, and then there will be more things leveling up in terms of tourism industry, and also now with Seringkin opening up, Kuching also growing. Now you can see that the whole big area is really I call it a great green diamond. Okay, sparkles here and there with the villages and developments here and there. Okay, so there are more to see, more sparkles, more developments for the people of Bau. So this is the picture of the oval Bau. If you look at the highland or certain places, they are still glistening gold, glittering gold. Some are polished, some are polished. It will be, whole land will be land of stones, precious stones and pearls. And so, but the most striking to me is to see as a green diamond. Okay, green diamond Some say not unpolished, but I would say is already polishing process. Yeah, right. So can I just point to you this particular picture? To the north is South China Sea. Yeah, towards the east, of course, is Kuching. Yeah, towards the west is the Dundu. Yeah, area. Those places are the borders of Bau, and these are the edges of Bau. And in our background, which is not seen, of course, is Indonesia. Okay, it's Sambas area, Pontianak area, or West Kalimantan, they call it. All right. So this is whole thing about the picture here. I hope you enjoy my talk, and we'll see you again. We'll go to the next one. And again, I really want you to enjoy. Please come to Sarawak. Come to Bau here. Please contribute. Yeah, those are overseas or never been here, or you were here, your forefathers here. It's time to come back to love Bau again and again. Thank you very much.